Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making pressure cooker cheesy garlic potatoes. Alright guys, I'm starting out in my pressure cooker. I have roughly here about 3 pounds of potatoes I cut in decent sized chunks. We're going to get them down in there. I left the skins on to make this more russet. Also, it's easier that way, guys. And this is going to be a side dish. Going to make some cube steak to go with this. Now I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of salt. This part's optional. I'm also going to add in a little bit of accent, part of my reach. And I just like the flavor this gives food. Probably about a quarter of a teaspoon. Okay. And I'm going to put in about a cup and a half of chicken broth. And I'm just going to eyeball this. Okay, that's looking good. Now I'm going to give this a quick stir. Let me grab a spoon. Just to get our salt and accent mixed up in a little bit. Alright guys, now I'm going to close my lid on here and I'm going to set this to pressure cook for 6 minutes. Then when the time's up, I'll do a quick release of the pressure. Make sure that I'm set on pressure. While my potatoes pressure cook, in a pan here I have a half a stick of butter melting over medium heat. I'm going to saute 1 medium onion I diced fine in the butter. And we're just going to saute this till it turns translucent and softens up. Just get my onion all in here. Whoop, bumped the tripod, guys. And Dexter, he's a little screwed up because of the time change. He can't get his time straight. He's just in there watching me. He was squawking like crazy a little bit ago. I'm going to saute my onion in here with the butter. And if you use fresh garlic, mince up 6 cloves of garlic and throw it in here. I'm using the jarred garlic. I'm going to put like 2 healthy teaspoons in because this here is more stronger than the fresh garlic. Okay, now I'm going to let this continue to saute for a few minutes so those onions soften up. Okay, now that my onions, garlic, and butter sauteed together for a few minutes, I'm going to put in a quarter of a cup of flour. We're going to build a roux for our cheese sauce. I'm going to stir this in and allow it to cook just for a few minutes to get that flour taste out of it. You just want to stir it around a little bit to get your flour incorporated in with the butter and onion. So I'm going to turn my heat back a little bit and let this cook just for a few minutes. Okay, now that I've fried for just a minute, I'm going to add in a cup and a half of, or a cup and a quarter of chicken broth. You could also use vegetable broth for this. And I'm just going to stir this around quick to separate those onions. I'm going to add in a cup and a half of heavy cream. And guys, I'm measuring this because you want to have this pretty close so it isn't runny on you. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit and allow this to thicken up some. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of pepper. That's looking good. I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to put in a teaspoon of Slap Ya Mama. It's the first time I'm using this, guy's seasoning. I bought this at Walmart. Okay. I'm just going to allow this to simmer here for a few minutes to start to thicken up a little bit. Alright guys, now that my sauce is coming up to a gentle boil, I'm going to add in some shredded cheese. Now I'm using extra sharp. You could also use mild if you like. I'm going to start with about 2 cups and see how we look right there. And guys, you can make this in the Instant Pot. You can make this in your Ninja Foodie or any regular pressure cooker. And I'm just going to stir this cheese and allow it to melt. I think I'm going to throw 1 more cup in here because I like it extra cheesy. So we're going to go for about 3 cups of cheese. A little piece down here. That's looking good right there, guys. I'm going to allow this just to simmer for a minute to thicken up just a hair. Just a hair. You've got to watch it so it don't burn on you. Okay guys, this is looking good. Real quick, I'm going to dump in a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese. That's probably about 1/4 of a cup. That's just going to enrich the flavor and make it that much more better. Now I'm going to take this over and dump it over top of them potatoes and give it a stir. Then I'll bring you guys over and show you what's going on. Okay guys, now that my potatoes are all stirred up with that cheese in there and they're looking really good. Now you can serve them like this if you don't want them brown, but I'm going to put my Mealthy Crisplet on here, and this is made for a 6 or an 8 foot pressure cooker. And this is going to brown them. It's set at 4 minutes. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to give it 5 minutes, and my temperature, it's at 400. We'll leave it at that. That's going to brown up those potatoes really nice. Now I can go in there and stir them and brown them some more if I like. We'll see how it looks. If you don't have a Ninja Foodie or the new Instant Pot with the browning element on top, or the Mealthy Crisplet, if you want them brown, just dump them into a casserole pan and put them in like a 400-degree oven or under the broiler for a few minutes so they start to brown up on top. Okay guys, my potatoes are done. You can see how nice and golden brown they are. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Guys, I went ahead and garnished my potatoes with a little bit of parsley for color, and I made some cube steak, Holly's favorite, with a butter garlic reduction sauce on it. Let me get in here and try these potatoes. Nice and tender. Creamy, cheesy. You really taste the garlic coming through. They're really good, guys. They're perfect for a cold autumn day. Alright, there you have it, guys. Pressure cooker cheesy garlic potatoes. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.